Good morning, it's children's time. Please have your kids come listen if they can. I'm Karen Tom, the Kids Ministry Director at Haymarket Church. Today we are starting a new series about being interrupted by God. Do you know what being interrupted is? You may have heard that word before from your parents. When they're talking and you're trying to tell them something and they tell you you need to wait and not interrupt. When we interrupt, we stop the flow of something. Something's happening and we stop it or we pause it. We may be talking or doing something and we are really concentrating and yes, hold on a minute, please. Yes, you can have a snack. Okay, please don't interrupt again, okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yes, I was talking about interrupting. Sometimes something can interrupt us and we just have a brief pause. We have to wait and we can get right back into doing what we were doing, just like I just did. But sometimes something interrupts us and it totally blocks what we're doing and we have to go in a different direction. That happened to all of us last year when all of a sudden we had to stay home. That was not our plan, but something that we just had to do. We had to go in a different direction because we were interrupted. In today's reading that's coming up, Jesus is baptized by John the Baptist. It's a really special moment when God's Spirit comes down like a dove on Jesus and brings him God's power. So you would think that after he has God's power, he can go ahead and do God's work. He's ready, right? But that wasn't the case. He was interrupted by God. He let himself be interrupted by God and went into the wilderness and for 40 days to help prepare him for what was next. If you remember last week, I talked about that's why for Lent, that Lent is 40 days to help prepare us for what's next, just like Jesus in the wilderness. So what are you going to do for 40 days? Have you decided? If you aren't sure what you want to do, you can talk to your parents and see if they have some ideas. We also sent out some ideas on our Facebook group and by email. They can maybe take a look at those, but there's all kinds of ideas out there if you didn't get those. So talk to your parents and we would love to hear what you decide to do during Lent. So let us know and have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.